For a closer look at what was said and reaction, I spoke to Joel Rubin. He's the former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State in the Obama administration. I asked him what he thought of the two presidential candidates' position on national security and foreign policy.
The discussion was fascinating. There really were three frames within which the viewers were viewing this and trying to learn about these two candidates. The first was suitability to be commander-in-chief. The second was, what about the veterans? What about our military community? How are they being treated? And then the third was the vision for national security by these two candidates. And I have to say, the discussion really didn't get into any of those particular frames very deeply, and that was disappointing. As someone who's worked in national security for years, I wanted to see more, but I do think we got a window into their approach and their attitude and their mindset. That's helpful.
Trump made some interesting comments on several topics. One was on Russian President Vladimir Putin, saying he's a far more capable leader than President Obama.
In any normal year, that would be viewed as treasonous talk. Having a candidate for president bad-mouthing the American commander-in-chief and expressing support for a foreign government who is in many ways hostile to the United States, including most recently, it appears that they were involved in the hacking of emails from the Democratic Party.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, but the FBI and others, the intelligence community, are saying that this is likely the source. This is not conjecture. This is actual investigation. It's very troubling. And I think the American people, by seeing that snippet, got a sense of the mentality that Donald Trump has towards America's role in the world and the kinds of allies he would be looking for.
Let's move on to former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. She certainly has the stature. She certainly has the experience. Critics say she was defensive and she didn't quite meet expectations.
Well, there's always this balance. In a political campaign, oftentimes, and particularly this year, pizzazz seems to be what the media wants. But what you want in the commander-in-chief is someone who is thinking clearly and ensuring that their words are true and have meaning. And it was clear that Secretary Clinton was speaking deliberately and precisely. She was not shooting from the hip. She was trying to communicate her ideas and her vision. So no, it was not pizzazz. But I'll tell you what, in the Situation Room, that's the kind of mindset you want to have. Someone who actually is serious and knows what they're saying and says those words with meaning.
Will this email controversy continue to dog her?
It's clearly not going to go away until after the election, and it probably will go away if she wins. And once she wins, although, of course, Republicans on Capitol Hill could continue to stir it up, it's very unfortunate that our political life right now is being dominated by this debate over scandal that even the FBI said was not an indictable offense. There were mistakes made. Fortunately, she's big enough to own up to those mistakes. We did not have national security secrets spilled. There are no troops on the ground in harm's way. We are not seeing any real-world negative fallout from this email situation. It's unfortunate. It was a self-made error, but interestingly, Secretary Powell even wrote an email to her that was just released. It's right there in hard copy that he suggested to her to have her own private channel of communications so that not everything would be seen. What she did was a mistake, but the way it's being portrayed is way far beyond the actual impact of its
Of course,
its
you know, her
action.
critics would completely disagree with you, but we'll leave it at that.
They would, and they're going to continue to do that till November 8th.
Yes, you're absolutely right.